Hey Billy, thanks for all the extra work. I especially enjoyed Basic Bitches, which I thought sounded really badass. And Mustang Sally was a very good representation of that particular style. Love the remixes of the Live to Air Benny and Ronnie stuff too. Really nice tones, good balances, and a very sympathetic approach to the material. Well done. Hey, your mix here sounds really great too. Especially I love your vocal treatments. I think that it adds a lot of colour and movement and surprise to the mix all the way along. It seems as though each time the chorus comes along it's treated a little bit differently, which has added a lot of development to the song and kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Because of course I was familiar with the tune from the tracking, and I think that you've brought a lot more colour and dynamics, and the way that you've done a bit of a vocal arrangement here is very clever, I think, and it's added a heap to the tune. And other things, I love these effects, the panning effects, they're really cool. Again, good bits of ear candy there. I liked your guitar tones. I did think the guitar on the right-hand side could have either been a bit brighter or come up a little bit so that it was more of a balance for Koya's guitar in the left-hand side, which was admittedly the lead guitar, but perhaps a bit more counterbalance on the right-hand side. Might have, I don't know, might have gotten in the way of the vocal even, I'm not sure, but I felt that the guitars were a bit left-hand sided. Another thing was that I thought the floor tom, the rack tom was in good proportion, but the floor tom was way too loud. And the effect of that, I think, was that it makes the snare drum sound a bit small. Let me just show you. It's particularly at the re-entry after this middle section, which actually I thought sounded really lovely. It was a nice contrast that it dropped down in level, and you could get a sense of the gentleness of the vocalist through that section. But then when it kicks back in, so the level of impact, I'll just play it to you one more time. So the level, there's a disparity between the floor tom and the snare drum, where the floor tom's very loud, but it then makes the snare drum sound sort of small and soft by comparison. So I don't know, maybe 3 dB less floor tom might have actually made your snare drum sound a little more powerful. That's about the only thing. I think that that kicks, snares and toms should all have the same sort of level of impact in a mix, for this style of music anyway. Hey, overall tone was very nicely balanced. You could hear everything very clearly. The vocal tone was especially good. I noticed that you don't have DS's going here, but the top end sounded so well balanced and very smooth to me. So good job there. A nicely organised session. I had a look at it very quickly and it explained itself, which is great. It wasn't overly complex. There was just enough going on with song markers and with auxiliaries. Nice and simple, easy to navigate, and easy to work with too, I'm sure, which is always very important, that you've got efficient working methods. So congratulations on this, and congratulations on a very strong trimester from you, Billy. Wish you all the best for trimester 5.